Hello? All right. Hello, hello. Hello, it's me. Oh, no, hello. How you doing? What's up? Hi. I don't know what that was. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know why I do any of the things I do. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I do, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I have no idea. None of it's intelligently like planned out. It's just me being an idiot all the time. In life in general. The show, but also in life. It's just me being dumb. Although sometimes I stumble into fun stuff and super cool stuff. Yesterday was the best. I want every day to feel like yesterday felt. Yesterday was awesome. And like, it might not even sound awesome if I describe what it was, but it was awesome to me. And I woke up today, I'm sore today. You're supposed to be refreshed when you wake up, right? Like, that's a thing. All you morning people, you get out of bed like, good, I slept. Now I feel ready to take on the next day. And I feel like I got into a fist fight while I was sleeping. I woke up, I'm sore. Obviously, it's just a product of being an old man at this point, right? I'm 50. I only get to say that for a couple more days. 51 is going to happen. We had the Halloween spooktacular on Friday. It'll be my 51st birthday on Friday. We'll do some sort of celebration for that. Maybe we'll have cupcakes or something. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're 3 days away from me being in my 50s. Not just 50. 50's fine. In my 50s. Come on. I remember feeling this about 31 and about 41 also. 21 I liked. 21, that was a good one. 31, it's like, oh, no. 41 is like, oh, no. 51 is, it's over. It's over. 51. I heard somebody referred to me, Ray Walter, in his little voicemail for the 200th episode spooktacular. I texted some people and said, hey, if you could call and just leave a message, that'd be cool. And Ray left one, and he referred to me as middle-aged. And that's crazy. That's crazy to say middle at 50. That assumes 100, right? If 50 is the middle, dude, I'm not going to be 100. I'm never going to be 100. If I am, I'm doing a podcast. Age of, oh, it's me. I'm doing a show. It's episode 7 million. I'm 100. Like, no, I'm not going to be 100. I don't want to be 100. Watch the kids grow up, and then I can check out. I need like 10 more years. I'm fine. Like, middle age, 50? 50 ain't the middle. What the hell are we talking about? 32 is middle. 50 is, it's over. It's done. 51 is worse. But here we are. But if every day is like yesterday, maybe I will go to like 180. Here's what I did yesterday. This will, if you know me well, or maybe you just get me from listening to the show or watching the show now. You have to watch. Look at my fat face. I had a meeting yesterday. I like meetings. When you're a kid and you hear about meetings, they sound bad. They're great. I guess they wouldn't be great if I worked for like a corporation. Like my wife is not home today because she has a meeting today. I think she has to run a meeting today. But she works for Kaleida. So there's like a structure to it. For me, a meeting is like, I don't know, are we doing bar or like coffee? Yesterday it ended up being coffee, which is my second favorite. Of the two, I didn't even have any. I didn't have any in part because I walked in and then went, oh no, did I lose my wallet in a parking lot somewhere? And I spent like the whole meeting thinking I had lost my wallet. I came home, it was on the table. It was here. I just forgot to bring it. It's just fine. But like for regular people, if you have a meeting, she's got a meeting with it's doctors and nurses and other staff people at a hospital somewhere. That's where she is. My meeting is me and Jeremy Hoyle of Strictly Hip fame getting together, and well, he had coffee and I didn't. We just sat there. If I would have asked him for coffee, he would have bought me coffee. I don't like coffee that much. Although I will say, I don't know if I said this yesterday. I intended to. I made a discovery while we were on the road at Bowling Green. We had a football game Saturday. UB football beat Bowling Green 28-3. I called the game as the color analyst. That was cool. We talked about that a bit yesterday. Scott Wilson on play-by-play because Paul Peck was out for the last 2 games. He'll be back next week when we play. We've got a Wednesday game in, where are we? Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Central Michigan. The Chippewas are the opponent. And we'll do that Wednesday. So there'll be something. The show Wednesday should be awesome. The show Wednesday will be me and Scott in a hotel room. I'll just make him do the whole show with me. I don't know that we'll have the video part of it. We probably will. I don't know. I have to figure that the technical aspect of doing the show on the road, having it not sound like garbage, like the Great Pistachio Challenge of Minneapolis, the 2025, whatever that was, that thing, first road trip. We did that one live. But there were too many mics on, and it sounded like crap, and I couldn't play any music, and it was a nightmare. But this will just be a regular show, but me and Scott. Maybe we'll bring John in. Maybe we'll bring Paul in. Paul's coming on the trip. Maybe we'll get them involved. But it's not going to involve me competing in any way. It's just going to be a show. But I'm excited that I'll have other people around because these road trips, some of them make total sense. Like if you, the Kent State trip would make sense to anyone, right? The Bulls played at, I don't even know, let's say 1 o'clock in the afternoon or noon, maybe, at Kent. And we had to get into a van or an SUV, whatever we had, and went there on that morning. Like I had to be at UB at 6 a.m., and then it's like a 3-hour drive, 3.5, something like that. And then we walk into the stadium. We've got a couple hours before the game, including the 1-hour pregame show. Then there's the game, and then the game ends, and we do postgame, and then we get in the van, and we drive back. That one makes sense to, like, regular people, to wives, let's say. Oh, the game is at noon, but you have to leave at 6 a.m.? Wow, that seems early, but okay. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight? Yes. Yeah, I'll be back 7 o'clock, whatever it is. That makes sense. Then there's every other trip. If it's not drivable, which anything beyond Toledo is considered not drivable for UB. So, like, Central Michigan, we will fly out to, I don't know, somewhere, and then probably ride for 45 minutes in a bus to a hotel. But you never go day of game. The team didn't go to Kent when we did. The team goes the day before. You don't want your team on a bus or on a plane or whatever, and then getting off and checking into a hotel, and then, or I guess you wouldn't even check in. You want the hotel. You want the peace of mind. You want the routine that the team has established, what they do the night before a game, what they do the day of a game. And yeah, you know, sometimes it's noon, sometimes it's 3:30 p.m. We're done with Saturdays, so now it's going to be 7 o'clock games. The last 3 regular season games are all 7 o'clock games. So the way that it works for travel for Central Michigan, for example, is we will go, I'll probably be on a plane at like noon or 1 on Tuesday. So it might mess with Tuesday's show too. Have to get there, get to the airport, get on a plane. Then we will fly there. And then we will land and we will be at a hotel at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the game is at 7 p.m. the next day. So it is straight up vacation for people like me, Scott, Paul Peck. It's vacation in Clare, Michigan, but it's vacation nonetheless. Legit 24 hours without responsibility. We'll get to the hotel at, let's say, 4 o'clock, and the next thing I'll have to do is be on a bus at 4 o'clock the next day to go to the stadium, and then the work begins. You know, we do stuff. It's not nothing. I set up equipment. I'll host a post-game or a pre-game show. I'll be on for the whole game with Paul and Scott, and then do some post-game with Bob, and then pack up all the equipment and get that back onto a bus, which will take us to a plane. All that happens. But the crazy thing here is, for like a part-time job, for just sort of a thing I do on the side, that is 24 hours of nothing, which will allow for a fun radio show, I would think, with Scott and maybe Paul, maybe John, and who knows who gets involved in this whole thing. Along the lines of UB, I think that tomorrow we're going to have on one of our favorite UB Bulls of all time, because he is now a football coach. He's not the quarterback at UB anymore, Joe Licata. He's now the football coach at Williamsville South, who has had a tremendous football season, and they've got a playoff game Friday night at home against Lackawanna. And if they win that game, they will go to the stadium, the championship thing that happens out at, I was going to say Ralph Wilson Stadium. What is it now? Highmark Stadium. And Joe's a friend, and I got in touch with him yesterday, and he is going to, I think I'm going to talk to him either this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon and record it, and it'll be a part of the show. So if I talk to him today, it'll be a part of tomorrow's show. If I talk to him tomorrow afternoon, it'll be a part of Thursday's show. Either way, Joe Licata is going to be on the show, which is, I'm excited about that. That's cool. Here's my day yesterday, is the point I was really trying to make. I had a meeting, and by meeting, it means, well, it was coffee. I prefer bar. 1 o'clock at a bar, that is my wheelhouse. I like that. I like that idea a lot. So anyone else who's out there thinking, hey, I have an idea I want to pitch to Brad about what to do with his radio show. And I'm calling it radio, but I know it's not radio, but I call it Riter Radio. You get what I mean. It's a daily show. It's every day. We don't need a radio station to be online, to stream, to put it out as a podcast. Although I've been worse lately with putting it out as a podcast, because now that it's video, the editing takes a lot longer. There are always problems with it. So it used to, when it was just audio, the show would end at noon. It would be posted as a podcast by like 1 every day. That's kind of not happening. Like yesterday's show, I don't think is posted yet because it didn't save correctly because the file's too big. It's just all this stuff. There's all this stuff that I'm learning, but I don't know it like the back of my hand. It's not like a thing. So at some point today, yesterday's show will be posted, and hopefully today's show too. I don't know. I'm falling behind on that, but part of it is I had a meeting yesterday. So rather than sit and be able to edit and put together a podcast version of the show for you, I had to go. So I did the show and I left. I went and I put some pants on. I wore pants yesterday. How about that? Good for me, huh? All grown up, 50 years old, starting to wear pants. So I wore pants and I went to go meet Jer, and then Jer wasn't at the place where we were supposed to meet. And I called him and he's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'll drive somewhere else. What's the difference? So then I ended up meeting him for coffee that I didn't drink because I didn't have a wallet. But I found my wallet. Everything's fine. And I met with him, and it was about something I've been very interested in doing for a long time. I've done it, but doing it again and doing it for real and doing it the right way is going to happen because he is basically in charge of programming at an event space. He's like, could we do trivia? Like, yeah, we can do trivia. Live trivia? Yeah. I've had this like massive vision for what live trivia can be. I play trivia weekly. I have for, I don't know, longer than I've been married, I think, with John Fuller and Dan Cave, and back in the day, Brian Wolf, and back in the day, Joe Kepler, and his wife, too, whose name is slipping my mind, Caitlin, I think. Like we've had a team for years, and we played through this thing called DJ Trivia. My buddy Bill, who lives around the corner, actually, is in charge of DJ Trivia for all of Western New York. It's a national thing, but he's in charge of the Buffalo version. He's the best. It's the best. It's awesome. I just think we can do a bigger, better stronger, more powerful version of it. And that is going to happen. I've learned because yesterday I sat and talked with Jer Hoyle about this concept, and it's not going to be for a couple months. We're thinking probably launching mid-January, but there is going to be a new. We're going to come up with a solid name for the whole project. But if you're into trivia, but it's a little too casual for you, you want to compete at like an elite Western New York level, we're gonna do a thing. And my guess is that it will be Tuesday nights, but it is going to be live, in person, at this place called the Kaz that I have heard of, and I've been impressed with videos I've seen from there. I didn't understand what it was. So I met with Jerry yesterday afternoon, and then I was like, I need to see the venue. He was like, all right, well, I have to go there tonight. I said, all right. So he picked me up, and we went down there last night, and it is unbelievable. It was a bank. It's like an old, like 1920s Art Deco bank that has been converted into an event space, and it is beautiful. It is so well done. It is so perfect. And just to give you an idea, like I came home from last night at the Kaz, where there was no event. It was me going to look at the place, and then there were these guys coming in to kind of check it out too and get the lay of the land because they have a show a week from tonight that, oh my God, I would absolutely attend if I could, but I can't because I'm going to be in Clare, Michigan or Mount Pleasant or something. I'm going to be out of town. So that's next Tuesday, and I can't go. But what ended up happening is we walk in. It's just me and Jer. He's like, there's the stage. Here's how you get backstage. Here's the coat room that actually used to be a vault. Here's the bar area. Here's the mezzanine. It's a bank. It's a bank converted to it's unbelievable. Like, you need to see this place. You need to find some show that's happening there. It's just open for events. It's not like a bar. I mean, there's a bar, but it's closed until it's not, and then it's open for a thing, and then the thing happens. But you're going to want to go to this place. So there are big picture, like big. I have a massive vision for what Riter Radio combined with trivia combined with the Kaz can be starting in January, and we'll have. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it right now because it's not finalized. It's happening, but like we haven't. It's on me in the next couple days to put together the plan. We have our trivia thing tonight. John Fuller, very into trivia. Dan Kay, very into trivia. Bob Gaughan is there on occasion. He's not always there, but he's there sometimes. That's my team. I already texted them. Do you text pictures? MMS, do you have to say that? I sent them pictures on my phone of this place and said, heads up, tomorrow night, which is tonight, I'm going to want to talk about what we're doing with this place because you guys are going to help. You're my trivia friends. We're going to figure this out. But this is going to be I could not be more excited than I am about this place. Just hanging out there last night. It was me and Jer first, and then these other guys came in because they wanted to check it out to get ready. They end up doing it's 4 dudes with acoustic guitars, and the plan is like it seems like 3 of them knew each other, and the other one is this 24-year-old just ridiculous guitar stud who just signed signed with a record label, in part because he's got 1 million followers on TikTok. 1 million followers on TikTok. This 24-year-old just, I was blown away. I was blown away by what I witnessed yesterday, which was just them rehearsing and getting to know each other a little bit. Because this kid is a absolute prodigy. Not just guitar, but he's got the look and the vibe. And then he just sings like Chris Cornell. And it's unbelievable. This baritone kind of. I don't have the technical term to describe what the hell I saw. But I was sitting there, and at some point, Jared's like, I didn't know they were going to do a full rehearsal. Sorry. I'm like, are you kidding? My only regret is that my son, Zach, who I tried to get to come with me just to check out the venue, I thought he would like it. He's into that kind of stuff. The fact that he was not there to listen as these guys played, 10 or 15 songs for me and Jeremy and their friend with a camera. Like one of the guy's brothers was there filming stuff. So they're doing like promotional stuff for their show that's next week. Ticket sales are super low right now, and I think they should be super high. I don't know who they are. I don't know what that is, but I know that I want to go, and I can't because I'm going to be in Michigan. But the venue was the story. The venue is unbelievable. It's already fully equipped for all the stuff I don't know how to do. When I talk about doing this show, the part I know how to do is this part where I'm talking. The part I don't know how to do is making it live and cool and streaming and video and all that. Like, I don't really know what I'm making it up as I go along. It'll be fine. But at this place, the Kaz in South Buffalo on Seneca Street, it's right near Mineral Springs. That's all taken care of. There's a whole just system, automated system of 7 cameras, plus full audio, plus live streaming capabilities. It's built. I've had it in my head for a while. Like, I should buy a place and turn it into a trivia dome. It's this vision I've had in my head. It's gone nowhere because I haven't seen a place that made sense. This place, it exists. It already exists. It turns out it exists, and I am going to have access to it. So, holy crap. Like, this is a massive thing. I have for a while. I think I could say this out loud. We have a small enough following on the show that I don't feel like you're going to share my secret and somebody's going to get to it before I do. For a long time, I've been thinking, in the world of online, like streaming and podcasting and just shows that exist without like a network needing to be involved. You don't have to be on ABC or CBS or NBC or Paramount or Netflix or Prime. You don't need any of it. You just do a thing, you put it on YouTube, you're good. And I, for a while, have been thinking, almost everything is taken. People have become filthy rich, opening boxes of toys online. I mean, it's ridiculous. People doing trick shots. It's massive. What do your kids watch? I have a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and they don't watch television. They watch YouTube. And everything is taken. Everything has been done. The best business that I've seen built off of live streaming is something called Kill Tony, which I've referenced many times on here. But it's basically a stand-up comedy open mic night, except they've turned it into a show. It's part open mic night. It's part gong show. It's part late night talk show. It's a little bit of that, but it's all based around stand-up comedy, and it's awesome. Whether you even find it funny or not is not the point. The ability that these people put on display by building this empire around something that already existed, except they turn it into a live stream thing. Unbelievable. And it's, to me, it's I look up to it. Like, I'm so impressed by it. It's been going on for 13, 14 years, and it's massive. And they're turning, Cam Patterson is now on SNL. That does not happen without Kill Tony. He's a funny guy. They let him keep coming back. He was a regular on there for a while. And next thing you know, he's getting movie roles and becomes a regular cast member on SNL this year. He's brand new. He's been on, 4 or 5 episodes, whatever they've done so far. That is what that crew was able to do with a venue and good lighting and good sound and good ideas, but you can turn open mic night, which is, if you've ever been to one, it can be pretty painful to watch as people are trying stand-up comedy for the first time or the third time, and they're no good, and they're scared. I watched a guy. Where were we? I was at an open mic night. I probably went because Greg Bauk was doing it. I'm sure he was there. I have a connection with a bunch of the local comics. Bauk is kind of my in, but like I know a bunch of guys. Josh Potter, who's not here anymore, but like those people. Tom Tran. Matt Bergman. Like, I know these guys. And early on, this is a long time ago, they were doing open mic nights, and I went with Greg and someone else, and I watched a guy go up to the microphone. It was his turn. His number got pulled, or his name, whatever it was, however they do it. But it was his turn, and he got up there, and he looked out at the crowd, and then he walked off the stage and out the door and drove away. And like that happened. That happened. I saw that happen. I don't know. That guy might have never performed comedy again. He might have taken his vehicle and driven into a river. Like he just lost it and was like, I can't do this. I'm not doing this. I'm never doing this. I'm leaving. And he just walked out the door, never spoke into the microphone. I saw that happen. That's the kind of stuff that happens at open mic nights. They have taken that and charmed it into something palatable for the average viewer / consumer. Nailed it. It's so well done. It's such a good show. Even if you don't like it, the format is undeniable. Just crushed it. The only thing I can think of that exists, or does not exist, in the online community in that way is trivia. There's no dominant trivia podcast, live stream, whatever. So think Kill Tony, but trivia. Me instead of Tony. Camera's already set up. Audio great. Seating perfect. Just have to figure out what is the live trivia format that rivals or parallels what Kill Tony has done with comedy. And I've got 2 months to figure it out. But that's going to happen. And a big part of it to me is this can't be your standard. And again, I'm not downplaying. I'm going tonight. I go every week. I'm going to go to DJ Trivia. DJ Trivia is set up to be family friendly. My kids go with me often. The 2 older ones love going. And they'll probably go again tonight. So our team will be John Fuller and Dan Cave and Bob Gahn and me and 2 of my sons. That's our team. And they don't know a ton of the stuff, but every now and then, it's a video game question, or it's a animated movie question, or it's whatever. Something they just learned in school. We get into like astronomy. Like, oh, I just did this last week. Perfect. All right, good. Kids, thanks. Plus, they run our answers up to the table so we don't have to, because we're old. The rest of us are old. Cave's not old. Cave's pretty young, but Fuller's older than me. I'm older than I've ever been. Today is the oldest I've ever been. And I feel it. I feel old today. But I also feel super energized knowing that the Kaz exists, knowing that I have a connection there, knowing that, Jeremy Hoyle thinks a good idea would be for me to do trivia there. And then I went and looked at it, and holy crap. I cannot wait. It's all I'm thinking about. I fell asleep thinking about it. I woke up thinking about it. I'm talking to you about it. I don't even have anything real to report. But that's how excited I am about the potential here. This is something, man. This is really something. And that's coming your way a couple months from now. So what is this show that we're 202 episodes into doing? It's that. This is a means. I'm going to just keep doing a show. But there needs to be a bigger thing. That is going to be the thing. And that's something I'm very excited about, so much so that even though I don't have full details, I could not resist starting the show and talking for 40 straight minutes about this. So, sorry to, just give you a little preview of 2 months from now as the start to the show. I've got other things written down to talk about, but most of them are trumped by this. Like, I'm so excited about it. So this is not going to be what I do for 2 hours, but it's telling you this right now. I want to share it with you. That's all it is. I'm excited. Rather than calling each one of you individually and having a conversation about it. I know there's a few people I've already contacted and texted and whatever about it, sending pictures of this place, but unbelievable. Just unreal. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So it's a playground. That's all I kept. Like, this is my playground. I get to play here. This is where I get to play. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Someone else take a bank and turn it into a perfect venue for what I've been envisioning forever. And then I saw it. I saw it, that this thing I've dreamed about for years. It's there. It exists, and I have access, and it's going to happen. So I guess now would be a time to tell you that sponsors for that would be encouraged. Like, this is wild, and Jeremy, I think, thought I was crazy when I said this. You know what we need? A car. If the winner of this thing, it's going to be a league, it's going to be a season, we're going to do auditions for it. You're going to have to, like, prove yourself worthy. I think, top of my head, as of right now, it's a 4-person team. And I think we'll probably have 8 to 10 teams of 4 competing. There's also a space upstairs, a mezzanine thing, like a balcony, for people to come and watch. If you're not participating, you can just come. But the competitors will be on the floor near the stage at tables of 4, all facing forward. I don't know what the exact format's going to be, but it's going to be a competition. Let's call it, 10 teams of 4 times 8 weeks of competition, something like that. And in a perfect world, I would like first prize to be a Cadillac, and second prize to be a set of steak knives. And what I want is 10 teams that get that reference, understand that I'm referring to Glengarry Glen Ross, and want to be a part of it. So we've got a couple months, but this is currently in development. This is in development, and you're going to hear more about it. You're going to hear more, opportunities for auditioning or submitting an application, or I don't know. But I want to do this. I want to cast it like a TV show. This is not just, I started this earlier. This is not a knock on DJ Trivia, which is set up to be for families. It's family oriented. There's a lot of things from DJ Trivia I want to take. Like the time is about right. It's about an hour and a half of a competition. That's perfect. But this is going to be more intense and serious because we're playing for a $30 bar tab tonight. We won last week, so we've got $30 off our 4 pitchers of beer we'll drink, and cherry Cokes or whatever the kids have. This is, I don't have it secured in any way, shape, or form. But at least mentally, like, you're playing for a Cadillac. What do 4 people do with 1 vehicle? I don't know. That's not my problem. And I don't know that it'll be a car, and I don't know that it'll be a Cadillac if it is a car. And I don't know that it'll be a new, how about an old Cadillac? Play for an Eldorado from 84 or something. Like, whatever. If it's got flames on it, who wouldn't want that? Thinking out loud. But just let you know, anybody who is listening right now and is an actual friend of mine, like we actually communicate Not just me to you, but you also communicate with me. Any ideas you have, I'm open. I'm listening. But I could not be more excited about the possibilities here with what's going to take place beginning mid-January at the Cas with trivia. It's going to have a new name, a new exciting, fun name. I'm going to be on a stage. I've got screens next to me where everything shows up. We can do anything. We can do anything. Full production available. Can't wait. So that's just me being excited. I'm going to take a break. The Sabres are playing against something called the Mammoth today. I don't know what that is. I do. I looked it up. It's the Coyotes, which used to be the Jets. But the Jets exist again. The NHL is weird. There's a team in Utah now, and the Sabres will face them tonight. I saw a thing about how tight the standings are in the Eastern Conference, and then I opened it and saw the Sabres at the bottom of the division, because that's what happens. Even when they were sitting comfortably in like fourth, it wasn't comfortable. I made the comfortably part up because they were in fourth, but then last place was 1 point behind them or whatever. So they're currently in last place. They need a win. Go get a win. They had 3 consecutive 4-3 losses in overtime, I believe. Then they won in overtime or in a shootout. So they're fine. They're like they're a 500-ish team, but 500 is not it's not great in the standings in the East right now. So I looked at it, and they were at the absolute bottom of the division as of today. I'd like to see them win. I'm trying to like hockey. I'm trying. And they've been watchable, that's good. Watchable is way better than they've been for 15 years. That number might be a little off, but it's not far off. 14 years, 13 years, something like that. They haven't been in the playoffs since I've had children, and I've got a 6'2", 13-year-old. So that kid has never experienced a playoff game. He wouldn't care anyway. But maybe he would have if they were okay his whole life. I'd have to convince him now to try to watch hockey. I don't know. Yeah, Eastern Conference. All right, let's see. Division, they're at the bottom. Conference, yeah, they're at the bottom. They have 13 points. But first place is 18 points. It's fine. They've only played 12 games. They've got 13 points, which is the same as 4 other teams in the Eastern Conference. Islanders, Capitals, Panthers, Flyers, Sabres, all with 13 points. All with 12 games played. Sabres have 3 loser points. Those help. It's good to lose in overtime. It's better to win in overtime. It's good to lose, though. They're 5-4-3. Good for 13 points. But it's 5 teams with 13 points. Above them are 6 teams with 14 points. Above that is 1 team with 15, and then 4 teams with 18. So everything's cool. Everything's in play. Just got to keep doing it and take care of the Utah Mammoth tonight. Utah is 8-4. The Sabres are 5-4-3. I'm going to play a song and take a break. I'll be right back. Been talking too long. I need water. I have to cough too, apparently, as it turns out. What do we want to hear? I'm hooked on the Cars lately. Let's do the Cars. That break was longer than the breaks usually are, and I apologize for that, but that's what I felt like doing, man. I'm in charge. I make the rules here. Hello. It's Riter Radio. It's episode 1. No, see, I keep doing that. I keep saying 1. Probably because I've done that 100 times. I did that 100 times in a row. Where the episode started with a 1. It does not start with 1 anymore. It's episode 202. 202 million episodes. No, 202 episodes. For Riter Radio. It's pretty good. You're probably wondering what the rest of my shirt says. I'm wearing it, and you only see part of it. I just hope both teams had fun. I like to wear this to like playoff baseball games when I'm the coach. And the parents are mad at me. Oh, you just care about fun? Yeah. That's all I care about is fun. We need more people that only care about fun. Shut up. Knock it off, lady. Whoever you are, singing that song. It's not even a real song. I made it. It's not even a real person. None of it's real. Nothing's real. It's just fun. I like fun. I like to do fun things, like host trivia. at the Kaz in South Buffalo starting in January, an elite trivia event where I want somebody to win a car. That part's going to be tough. Securing a car is going to be tough, but we'll get a prize. I mean, what else would you do? If not a car. Car would be first place, right? It's burned into my head from watching The Price is Right as a child. A new car! And people are like, holy shit! A car? So if we did that, I mean, I would like the enthusiasm that comes with giving away a new car! Ah! Isn't that fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Trivia for a car? I don't know how on earth I'm going to get a car. I guess I would start with the same people that help you. Like, I'll talk to Dave Dombrowski. Dave is our guy that ran the golf tournament that I played in. He's been on the show a bunch of times. And they had a car if somebody got a hole-in-one. This is going to be guaranteed, though. So that involves insurance. There's like a whole thing there where like nobody's going to win the car. Unless you're John Fuller, who did, in fact, win a vehicle by, I think, the only hole-in-one in his life was on a car hole at a tournament. And he got a Jeep. He's been driving the thing for 8 years. That was legit. Straight up free car. Not a lease for a year. None of that. Just now, here's a car. Nice shot. Here's your car. And he's had that forever. Still going. Still looks great. It's in great shape. One swing of a golf club. Got him a car. A new car! Like, how cool is that to win a new car? A new car! I have no idea how to secure that. It probably won't happen. But maybe it will. Is it crazy? Is it crazy that a car dealership that, one of the big ones in the area, I won't use any names because no one has given me a dime, but at some point, wouldn't a chain of car dealerships that's what they have. They have cars. They have an infinite amount of cars. I just want one. It's not even for me. It's for our winner. But if we had a car, a new car, a new car. If we had one new car, I think we'd have a pretty good turnout for our auditions as people are trying to be a part of this massive event that's going to take place as a season of trivia. I'm picturing 8 weeks. It doesn't even have to be 8 weeks. It could be a month. It could be 4 weeks. How about that? How about just a short little, this is our trial run. We get one car. A new car. We get a new car. And then we have, 8 to 10 teams of 4 people competing live weekly. It's a live show. It's a live event. You can attend. There's beer and other alcohol too. But like, there's a whole bar there. 2 actually. Like there's the main bar on the main floor of the Kaz, and then up on the mezzanine balcony thing, there's another bar up there. I think what we need is a new car. If we find a new car, we'll be all set. So one of the big dealers, I have 3 in mind off the top of my head, 3 major chains of auto dealers in this area. Which one wants to give us a new car? One new car would solve a lot of problems. Would really propel this thing into the stratosphere. Pretty excited. You probably can tell, right? You can tell I'm excited about this. Is there anyone that you would less like to be friends with on Facebook than the people that are suggested as people you may know? I think the answer is no. Because just yesterday, I noticed, and there's a whole list of, I have a bunch of friend requests from people I don't know that I've just never replied to. They're just sitting there. And then there's, after that list is a list of people you may know. And yeah, you're right, Facebook. I know all of those people. Those are all the people I'm not friends with on Facebook because I don't want to be. So the implication that just because you've seen my phone and that person's phone near each other at some point, and you know him, you know her, You guys know each other. You're friend. No, I'm not. Those are not the people that I want to be friends with, or I'd already be friends with them. But I'm not. So I don't want to. So the list, it's just like everything you hate about the past, everything you hate about life is just shown to you on the list of, hey, it seems like you hang out with this person quite a bit. You probably should make that friendship official online. And it's like, no, that I hate that guy. I hate her. She hates me. I'm intentionally avoiding this person from high school for the last 40 years. Yeah, we went to college together. We didn't get along. I don't like that. It's a whole list of that. They don't know. Facebook, you don't know. You think you know so much, Facebook, but you kind of don't. You're kind of recommending people that I hate as like you know him. Like, yeah, I do. Well, check my phone, Facebook. See if the number's in there. It's not. You know why? Don't want it. You're doing it all wrong, Facebook. You're doing it. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. You think you know, but you don't know. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. It's a football coach. I don't remember who said it. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. It's not the. I'm going to find out who that is. If I type all that in, will it show up? You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. Who said that? Jim Mora.
When it comes right down to it.
Will you make a promise to us? Will you tell us when it's good?
And I'm promising you right now that you don't know when it's good or bad. You really don't know, because you don't know what we're trying to do. You guys don't look at the films. You don't know what happened. You really don't know. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will, okay? Just for your own information.
There it is. I got him on the screen and everything now.
You really don't know. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will, okay? Just for your own information. Sometimes I can tell you it won't be good, and you'll see it won't be good. Sometimes you'll think it's good, and it isn't any good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was pretty darn good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was bad. But basically, you really don't know. The only people that really know are our coaches. And that goes with run blocking, pass defense, all those things. The media, public doesn't know, you guys don't know, not really know.
It's so good. I'm going to play it again. How do I do that? There's 14 minutes of Jim Mora rants. We're not doing that.
You guys really don't know when it's good or bad, when it comes right down to it.
Will you make a promise to us? Will you tell us when it's good?
And I'm promising you right now that you don't know when it's good or bad. You really don't know.
Like a bug
because you don't know what we're trying to do.
Will you tell us when it's good?
And I'm promising you right now that you don't know when it's good or bad.
All right. There's a bug.
Right down to it.
There's a bug that's flying around, and it kind of circles near his right ear and then lands on his face, and he doesn't react at all because he's making a point here. This is good.
Promise to us? Will you tell
there
us
it is.
And I'm promising you right now that you don't know when it's good or bad.
You think you know. You don't know.
You really don't know.
You think you know.
Because you don't know what we're trying to do. You guys don't look at the films. You don't know what happened. You really don't know. You think you know, but you don't know. And you never will. Okay? Just for your own information. Sometimes I can tell you it won't be good, and you'll see it won't be good. Sometimes you'll think it's good, and it isn't any good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was pretty darn good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was bad. But basically, you really don't know. The only people that really know are our coaches. And that goes with run blocking, pass defense, all those things. The media, public doesn't know, you guys don't know, not really know. Think you know, but you don't. You know, but you don't.
Back.
No, you think you know, but you don't know, and you never will, okay? Just for your own information.
All right, that's enough of that.
Sometimes it won't. I can tell you it won't be good, and you'll see it won't be good. Sometimes you'll think it's good, and it isn't any good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was pretty darn good. Sometimes you'll think it's bad, and it was bad. But basically, you really don't know.
So good. I forgot that it was that good. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. And I could not agree more with that sentiment, by the way. I dislike most radio, I guess. It's not most. I strongly dislike people who pretend to know things that they don't know. I think that happens a lot. I think that's 98% of callers to radio shows, especially like post-game shows. You know what you're talking about. Oh, he did this wrong. Did he? Do you know what the plan was? You know what the play was? You know what the keys were? Like what he needed to read in order to make the decisions that you don't know. You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. I like that out of Jim Mora. That was pretty straightforward. That is honestly probably what the vast majority of coaches are thinking all the time when asked questions about things. Like, that's, you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm here to answer it. I'll be polite. But you think you know, and you don't know, and you never will. I like that. Thanks, Jim Mora. Thanks for being you. Playoffs? Do I have to do that one now? I feel like I should. This is easier to type. Mora, playoffs. Yeah, okay. Let's try that. 42 seconds of Jim Mora. I'll put him on the screen, too. He's on Reddit right now. Just press play. See how this goes. No ads, please. No ads, please.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked.
Oh, this is the diddly poo. This isn't playoffs. This is diddly poo. Oh, I like diddly poo.
Got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching, coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
Okay.
Part of me just wants to look at coaching rants. Like if I was not doing a show right now, I would go down a rant. I want Earl Weaver. I want Earl Weaver. I want Tommy Lasorda. You should probably, you want this too. Earl Weaver. Anything Earl Weaver. Anything Earl Weaver will be fine. Videos. Earl Weaver videos. 3 minutes and 10 seconds of Earl Weaver. Yes. Let's do it. He's going to swear. This is going to be vulgar. Hope you're ready. You ready for vulgar? This is not me. This is Earl Weaver. It's his fault, not mine.
Behind the rubber. Behind the rubber. Oh. He's got to go behind. He did not go behind the rubber. He did. Listening to him. He did not. Oh, I ain't listening to him, Eddie. Oh, that's bull. Behind the rubber. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit yourself. You're here, and this crew is here just to fuck us. Yeah. Boom. That's good. That's great. And you shut it. Ah, you shit. You've been great to get me out. Oh, Earl, you run yourself, Earl. You run yourself. You hit me? Yeah, because you put your finger on me. I'm glad you hit me. That's right. You're here for one goddamn specific reason. What's that, Earl? To fuck us. Oh, you're full of shit. Fuck you. Goddamn years and years. And don't you ever put your finger on me again. You hit me, Earl. You put your finger on me. That's okay. You touched me. I didn't. You ain't gonna knock nobody on their ass. You do it again and I'll knock you right in your nose. I didn't touch you. You pushed your finger. I did not. No, you're lying. Goddamn it. You're lying. No, you are. You are lying. You're a big liar if you are a liar, Earl. You are a liar. You are.
That's the only reason
You are
you're
wrong,
here.
Earl.
And you'll have your chance tomorrow.
Oh,
You got it as quick as
what
you
is
can.
wrong with you?
You ain't no good.
No, you aren't either.
Yeah,
you
well,
aren't
you
either.
ain't no good.
You're no fucking good
stink.
either.
Your
Yeah,
ass will never have our games in
I
the
hope.
year.
What do I care?
Yeah, what do I care? What are you doing here now?
Well, why don't you call the league office and ask them?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, good.
Don't think I won't.
Good.
The quicker you
And the quicker you get out, it'll be better, too.
yeah.
That's right.
You ain't going nowhere.
You aren't either.
This might be the rest of the show.
10 years to know who's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame.
know it.
Why?
You
For
know
fucking
it.
up World Series?
You know it.
You're going to be in the Hall of Fame for
You
fucking
know
up
it.
World
I've
Series?
won more than I've lost, kid.
I know you haven't, Earl.
Games, count games. You don't even know.
You better get going, Earl.
Fuck, oh, I better get going.
You better get going.
What the hell are you doing? Tell me the truth that you had your hands on me.
No, that's wrong, Earl. Wrong.
I can't hear you. What did he do wrong? He stopped. He's motioning. He's called a ball.
This is like 3.5 minutes. And keep in mind, the people that are at the game, they can't hear any of this. I've heard of this rant. I've never actually heard it before.
This goddamn thing.
I've heard it because Bob Gaughan quotes it all the time. You're here for one reason. That's so good. I want to do nothing but that. Like, I'm going to just Lasorda. Let's just listen to managers and coaches that are mad all the time. Lasorda rants Bavacqua. Minute and 40. Tommy Lasorda meltdown about Kurt Bavacqua. Perfect. In July 1982, Dodgers pitcher Tom Niedenfuhr was fined $500 for beating Joe Lefebvre of the Padres. The next day, Lefebvre's teammate Kurt Bavacqua was quoted in the papers as saying, the guy they should have fined was the guy who ordered Niedenfuhr to throw at Joe. That fat little Italian. Reporters asked Lasorda about Bavacqua's comments.
Tell you what I think about it. I think that is very, very bad for that man to make an accusation like that. That is terrible. I have never, ever, since I've managed, ever told a pitcher to throw at anybody, nor will I ever. And if I ever did, I certainly wouldn't make him throw at a fucking 130 hitter like Lefebvre or fucking Bavacqua, who could hit water if he fell out of a fucking boat. And I guarantee you this, when I pitched, and I was going to pitch against a fucking team that had guys on it like Bavacqua, I sent a fucking limousine to get the cocksucker to make sure he was in the motherfucking lineup, because I kicked that cocksucker's ass any fucking day in a week. He's a fucking motherfucking big mouth, I'll tell you that.
All right, I don't know what else to. I want more of this. This is what I want to do for a half an hour. I want to just listen to angry managers, but I don't have a. Who's the next one? Who's the? I mean, Earl Weaver's kind of a go-to. You can just use him for whatever. I don't know who else to. Who else? Who do I look for here? I have to get out of this full screen mode. That has to go away. But it's not going away. How about escape? Yes, that took me out of it. All right, here we go. Here we go, Riter Radio. Now we're moving, now we're cruising, now we're doing it. Who else has been mad? Herm Edwards? Herm Edwards, rant. What did he do? I don't remember, but his name just came into my head. Oh, you play to win the game. Yeah, let's do that one. These are fun.
As a director of
Oh,
finance,
look, a commercial.
I'm managing.
I don't care about now. Don't care about you at all. Skip ad.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
That's it. That could have been better. I remember it being better. I apologize for that one. That's no good. Herm Edwards, Tommy Lasorda, Lindy Ruff. Lindy Ruff. Ooh, this one might end with Paul Hamilton saying, Brad, back to you, which would be me. This is from 0506. It's Angry Lindy.
We totally outworked them, and it's unfortunate we had to be done in by a cheap shot late in the game by Tucker.
Did Jokin get hurt on that? Was it a
Jokin's knee hit. He goes after his head. He dives afterwards. He's known as a diver. He couldn't take the hit that we gave him, so he knocks our guy out of the lineup for probably weeks. That's a joke. I want him suspended. I want him fined. I'll come to the hearing. I haven't called the league once. I'll call him 10 times tomorrow. If you go knee on knee and take a shot at a guy's head at the same time, you don't deserve to be in the game. We're going to the playoffs and you're going to take out one of our best players because you couldn't take a hit? That's a joke. That's an absolute joke is what it is.
We've seen enough of this season as well.
I've seen enough of him that it's a joke. He dove early in the game. He dove on Jokin, and he took his knee out, and he gave him a headshot. And we get a penalty on the play? That's a joke. That's the definition of a joke right there. He can take his knee, he can go after his head, and we get the penalty on the play? Because he's reacting because he got hit, and the officials don't see that? That is a joke.
Is it going to be long-term, Lindy?
It's long-term. It's long-term. You go after a guy's head, they've already made the rules. You go after a guy's head, you're suspended. He went after his head, he took his knee out, suspend him. Get him out of the game. I've had enough of that. It's a joke is what it is.
Lindy Ruff down to Sabres room, Brad.
Yeah, Brad, back to me. All right, thank you, Paul.
Just watch the video. Watch the video. Goes after his head, goes after his knee.
That's awesome. I'm glad also that I remembered that was going to be thrown back to me because I did the Sabres pre and post game for 2 years. It was the 2 good years. The 2 years the Sabres were good in their entire existence. Their 2 best years were 05 through 07. 05-06 and 06-07 were awesome years. 6-7. And I remembered correctly. Brad, back to you. I still, on occasion, when I'm, I got to switch the camera thing. When I'm doing UB football on the radio, I will occasionally just call Paul Peck, Paul Hamilton. I don't know. I've worked with both of them a lot, and they're both named Paul, and they're in similar roles. In that, like, they will interview somebody and then they'll come back to me, or I will interview somebody and it'll go back to them. And I have to prevent myself from calling Paul Peck, Paul Hamilton. It's happened multiple times, live on the air. 15 years removed from me working with Paul Hamilton, I still will call Paul Peck, Paul Hamilton sometimes. And I would think if I started working with Paul Hamilton again, that I would sometimes call him Paul Peck. It just happens. Sorry. It's Riter Radio. It's 11:35. It's episode 202. If I could think of another, like, standard rant. How about that? How about if I just Google best rants, best coach rants? Because I'm forgetting something. I could do this all day. I would like to do this more. Mike Gundy. Iconic coaching rants. Oh, Dennis Green. Like Singletary, there was the I want dogs, not cats guy at Coastal Carolina. That's a good one. All right, iconic coach rants. AI tells me about these iconic coach rants. Jim Mora Sr., we did that. Playoffs. Oh, we didn't do the playoffs one. Should we do that one? I like diddly poo better than playoffs, but Mora playoffs. I feel like this is the one we just did, and it was not playoffs. This was diddly poo.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked.
I'd like to
Second
know. We'll play it
half,
again.
we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
All right, this one is like 17 years old, and it's Mike Singletary speaking specifically about Vernon Davis.
Players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win. Go ahead. What's up next?
All right, so that's Mike Singletary, head coach of the Niners at the time. He had tight end Vernon Davis on his team. No one interrupted him to tell him that you will not get penalized. Never in the history of football has anyone been called for too few men on the field. I'd rather play with 10 and just take penalties. Like, that's not how it works, dude. 12 is a penalty. 11's the right number. 12's too many. That's a penalty. You want to put 10 out there, you can do that. You can play with 8 if you want. Well, there's 6. It's fine. Nobody's going to tell you can't. You shouldn't. You have far less chance of success if you're playing with 6 guys and the other team's playing with 11. That's going to be a problem. You're going to get annihilated, but you can do it. It's not against the rules. Who else? What else do we have? Singletary, Mora. We did. Oh, we didn't get the Mora playoffs one. This is the playoffs one. This is only like 10 seconds long.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Pretty basic, pretty short, but pretty entertaining. You're the man, Jim Mora. Jim Mora's got 2. Good for him. I'm sure Lasorda and Weaver have more too. All right, let's try to find more Earl Weaver because he's good. Earl Weaver rant. Not first. I want the second best Earl Weaver rant. Does it exist? That happened in 1980, the one we already heard. So that one's 45 years old. All right, minute 31. This is going to be TikTok. I don't think I can do TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. Well, let me play TikTok anyway? Seems like yes. This is Earl Weaver showing Bob Uecker his method for getting ejected from a baseball game. Okay. I don't have any audio, though, which kind of hurts. Kind of hurts when we're doing a radio show and thinking about audio. I don't hear anything. I don't see anywhere to turn audio on. Oh, what about this?
Smile, I'm aggravated. Well, let me tell you something. You can only get thrown out once. I thought I did a decent
Let's start that over.
If that guy's out, I'm an underground aviator, buddy boy. You're out of here. You're for what? I'm out, but you're a better man for it. You're kidding me. You call that arguing? You get run from the game and all you can do is walk back here smiling? I'm not smiling. I'm aggravated.
Well, let me tell you something. You can only get thrown out once.
I thought I did a decent job.
You can't get thrown out twice. So if you get thrown out, you might as well get a little creative.
Well, what am I going to do? I thought I did a decent job.
Let me show you something.
Oh, wow. Here he
Let me
comes.
show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager
I learned something, buddy
should
boy.
get thrown out of the game, just like
Boy,
that.
you are a maestro.
I thought it was good. I don't know.
Man, that was beautiful. I can't believe you did that. I gotta look at that one more time. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit this time, too. That was great.
There's got to be more. There's got to be more. Iconic ejection in 82. Pat Kelly listened to an expletive-laden rant from Earl Weaver. Okay, let's try this one. Kelly is a devout Christian, it says. This doesn't seem real. There's like a screen there. This is going to be... No, this is the same thing. Same crap. Not real. All right, I apologize. I don't know why I'm doing this. I have no idea. Sorry. I got caught up in... switch this off. Okay. I got caught up in the rants. And if I knew more like that existed and I had them on the top of mind, we would just do that for the remainder of the show. Instead, we're going to play a song and then be right back. It is Riter Radio. It's episode 202. Thank you for being a part of it. Thanks to Brian Janik of thefinancialguys.com for being a sponsor of the show. All your insurance needs. He's been doing it for 20-plus years. And he's an independent insurance broker. You don't even pay him. You just go to him, and he straightens it out for you, especially if you're approaching age 65, getting into Medicare. Brian can help you navigate that. And, again, you don't pay him. The insurance companies pay him. So he just guides you through it, takes care of stuff. He knows stuff. You don't know it. It's new to you. It's not new to him. And he doesn't charge you anything. So you don't pay him. Seems crazy, right? And he's a good dude. You'll like him. You'll like him. He'll hook you up, and he won't charge you. So, yeah, you should probably get in touch with Brian Janik at thefinancialguys.com. Quick timeout, song or two, and then we'll be back to wrap things up. It is episode 202 of Riter Radio, and I'm hung up on 80s stuff today. Riter Radio continues. We're just about done. It's 11:53 a.m. We're going till noon, as we do every day. Bob Gahn joins me tomorrow. Tomorrow is what, Wednesday? Tomorrow's Wednesday. All right, yeah. Bob will be on tomorrow. I'm going to talk to Joe Licata at some point. He's the head football coach at Will South, which is the school my children will attend at some point. And I envision a world in which they play football for Joe. Joe's a former quarterback at UB. He's the best. His dad, Gil, is awesome, too. Known him forever. I've known Gil longer than I've known Joe. Former principal at Star Point High School. Joe's team is taking on Lackawanna Friday night in a playoff game. If they win, they will go to the stadium. Highmark Stadium. Championships. So we'll get Joe on. Just an excuse to get Joe on, really. But, I mean, good for him. Good for him and his team. Good for our community, our neighborhood. I don't actually know any of the varsity kids. My oldest is 13 years old, but he's got friends that play JV. And eventually, maybe even next year, we'll be on that varsity team with Joe as the head coach. And I'm happy to see them doing well. So we'll talk to him. I've gotten caught up in manager rants today on the show. And I've got another one. I needed a break to think, and then I remembered Lee Elia. Lee Elia was the Cubs manager. I don't know what year this rant took place, but it's early 80s. It's like 45 years ago, something like that. 42 years ago, 43, something like that. Early 80s. But Lee Elia, this is commonly referred to as the greatest rant in the history of professional sports. I think we're going to try it. No volume. Where's the volume? Oh, I don't have it turned up. Hang on. Yeah. All right, that's it. He was the manager of the Cubs, and he didn't enjoy being booed during a day game, I believe. I believe that's what our situation is here.
I'll tell you one fucking thing. I hope we get fucking hotter than shit just to stuff it up them 3,000 fucking people that show up every fucking day. Because if they're the real Chicago fucking fans, they can kiss my fucking ass right downtown and print it. They're really, really behind you around here. My fucking ass. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Go out there and let my fucking players get destroyed every day and be quiet about it for the fucking nickel-dime people that show up? The motherfuckers don't even work. That's why they're out at the fucking game. They only go out and get a fucking job and find out what it's like to go out there and a fucking living. 85% of the fucking world's working. The other 15 come out here. A fucking playground for the cocksuckers. Rip them motherfuckers. Rip them cocksuckers like the fucking players. Got guys busting their fucking ass and them fucking people boo. And that's the Cubs? My fucking ass. They talk about the great fucking support that the players get around here. I haven't seen it this fucking year. The name of the game is hit the ball, catch the ball, and get the fucking job done. Right now, we have more losses than we have wins. The fucking changes that have happened in the Cub organization are multifold. All right, they don't show because we're 5-14.
We're halfway through this, by the way. Halfway.
And unfortunately, that's the criteria of them dumb 15 motherfucking percent that come out to day baseball. The other 85% are earning a living. It'll take more than a 5-13 or 5-14 to destroy the makeup of this club. I'll guarantee you that. There's some fucking pros out there that want to fucking play this game. But you're stuck in a fucking stigma of the fucking Dodgers and the Phillies and the Cardinals and all that cheap shit. All these motherfucking editorials about say and fucking the Phillyitis and all that shit, it's sickening. It's unbelievable. It really is. It's a disheartening fucking situation we're in right now. 5-14 doesn't negate all that work. Got 143 fucking games left. What I'm trying to say is don't rip them fucking guys out there. Rip me. If you want to rip somebody, rip my fucking ass. But don't rip them fucking guys because they're giving everything they can give. But once we hit that fucking groove, it'll flow. And it will flow. The talent's there. I don't know how to make it any clearer to you. I'm frustrated. I'll guarantee you I'm frustrated. It'd be different if I walked in this room every day at 8:30 and saw a bunch of guys that didn't give a shit. They give a shit, and it's a tough National League East. It's a tough
All right, that's Lee Ilya. I want to find out how they did that year. We got to find out the date. When was that? When was Ilya Rant? It was April 29th, 1983. So now we're going to look up the Cubs. 1983 Cubs baseball reference. What happened? Why did nothing I typed work? Oh, the computer's freezing on me. Look, see this? This is what I deal with. Now you can see it. You can see it right on the screen. Not responding. Why are you not responding? Just respond. I asked you a simple question. You answered it. Then I needed to go a little further. It's April 29th, 1983. Cubs fell to 5-14 at that point. Cubs. This is now, there we go. 1983 baseball reference. How did the Cubs do in 1983? 71-91. Fifth in the division that had 5 teams in it. That's last. Yeah, that's no good. All right, so they didn't turn it around. They did not turn around 5-14. Let's hold on. We can look at their schedule and results. Perfect. Just leave this open on the screen for you. You can see it too. Here they are. So they were 5-14 when the rant happened. That's right here. That's the yellow one. 5-14. They would go on to win their next game, then lose 3. then win one. They won 2 in a row and lost 3 in a row. Got themselves to 10-19. It's pretty good. It's terrible. 13-20. All right, here they got to 3 games under 500, 27-30 by June. They're coming around. And then it all just kind of went in the tank, and they only won 72 games that year. I think 72 is the number. Now the screen won't scroll. This is what I'm up against, man. In the computer's defense, there are far too many tabs open right now. Is 72 the right number? 71. They won 71 and 91 and finished 19 games out of first place. So I get that he was upset, but they did not turn it around the way that Ilya implied that they would. All right, I'm done. That's it. That's the show. Went really quick because I was just playing videos of umpires or managers swearing at umpires, plus Lindy Ruff, plus Paul Hamilton saying, "Brad, back to you." It's me, Brad. Me, back to me. That's 20 years ago now. Good God, right? 05. This is 25. Yeah, it's 20. That's 20 years. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll play you a song. That's all you're getting out of me today. Tomorrow, Bob Gaughan joins me about 11 o'clock. That'll be fun. And I'll hit you with a song or two, and then we're going to wrap this up for today. Episode 202 in the books. Thank you for listening, participating. If you would like to give me a car, I'm all ears. If you have, I don't just want your car. I would like a new car to give away at our whatever this trivia thing is going to be. There's going to be a trivia thing. I want there to be a car. Sounds difficult, but I've got 2 months to figure it out. Can I find a car within 2 months? If you're affiliated with one of the major auto dealers in Western New York and you think this is a good idea, I think it's a good idea, and you should get in touch with me. Find me on X, @BradRiter. Email me, bradwriter@gmail.com. Send a text, 716-288-5246. 716-288-5246. That's a place for you to leave voicemails, too. Oh, I've got a voicemail I wanted to play. We'll save it for tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. I reached out to a bunch of people and asked for submissions for episode 200. And we had, I think, 4 of them that we used on the show on episode 200, which was last Friday. And then we had one that came in late from our good friend, Jeremy White. And he said, sorry, it's late, but maybe you can use it later. And I can, but I forgot to do it for today. So I'll do it tomorrow. I'll write that down. I'll write down Jeremy voicemail plus Bob Gaughan. And then whatever else we get to. It's election day, by the way. I'm going to have to put some pants on again because I'm going to have to leave the house because I have to go vote. It'll be quick. I'll be done voting by half an hour from now, probably. Should be easy. Should be not crowded. You take president off the ballot, and suddenly the interest wanes a bit. But that's what we're going to do. Thanks for listening. Here's some music. Then we'll be done.